Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rashika Rowe or Mrs. Kelly. Welcome back. So today is my first official video. And the topic for today is gonna be what it was like getting a beating in Jamaica, beaten. When you get trouble, you know, say your mother go beat you, and them something there, and then kind of the effects I think of it. Do I think it makes sense? Do I think it does what it's intended to do? Do I think it makes sense? Do I plan on beating my kids? Do I plan on, continuing that cycle, quote unquote? So, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like, pardon, don't forget to like, comment, share, hit that subscribe button. It is free. You don't gotta pay no money. Just hit that subscribe button. Help your girl out. I'm new here. So I hope that you guys will just come along for the journey with me. And I hope that you will engage in the discussion in the comments. I hope that you will give me your input, your experience, and then let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it. So, beatings, right? Sorry, I'm looking at my notes over here. So for me, I would say growing up, I would be what you consider the child that doesn't necessarily listen. And not saying that I didn't listen because I didn't want to listen or whatever, but I'm a very artsy, I'm a very mind of my own kind of person. If I want to try something, then more than likely that's what I'm going to do because I feel like I need to try certain things for myself. So growing up, like my mom would say, "Oh, Rashika, don't put that over there." And then if I'm like, "But why?" It would be a just because I said so type of thing. And I don't really resonate with that. So a lot of times, I'd be told like, don't do that or don't do this. So obviously, as a kid, you want to try things for yourself. You don't want to listen, especially when you get a little older. You don't want to listen because now you feel like I can do it. I got it. I don't gotta listen. Like it is what it is. Nothing's gonna happen. So I realized that growing up. I mean, now that I'm my age, I realized that a lot of times my mom was saying stuff and telling me not to do stuff because it's for my own good, but I just feel like I needed to explore those things for myself. So I was the child that got a lot of beating from my mama, and a lot of it was warranted. I will say a lot of it was warranted because again, I just was doing my own thing, putting my life in all kind of danger just because I wanted to try something out or whatever. So I got a lot of beating from my mama. And I will say a lot of it was warranted. A lot of it was fair. A lot of it was fair. So there's that. And then what were the different reasons? So, like I said, a lot of it was just because I just was not listening. And my mom always. I'm the youngest for my mom. I'm the baby, so my mom always says that I'm like her trying child, that just tries her patience, tries her nerves. I'm the trying one. Okay. And even now in my adult life, I think I'm probably the one that stresses her out the most just because, again, I'm one of those people. I wouldn't call myself free-spirited, but I'm one of those people that I go with my instinct. I go with what my heart tells me. I go with how I'm feeling. I just work with how I feel, to be completely honest. So if I'm feeling overwhelmed, if I'm feeling overworked, if I'm feeling, then I feel like I need to take myself out of the situation and go get a reset. And I'll just go. I won't necessarily tell anybody. I'll just go. I mean, somebody will obviously know, especially now that I'm married. My husband will know, or whatever. But someone will always know where I'm at. It's just that I'm not necessarily telling my mom where I'm at. You know. So yeah, I would definitely say a lot of it was warranted for sure. Where did it take place? At home. That's the one thing I will say. Like my mom, I don't recall a time where my mom has ever like embarrassed me in public by like beating me or anything like that. No. That's just not her vibe. That's just not her vibe at all. So there's never been a situation where we were out in public and she did anything to embarrass me or nothing like that. And my dad's very chill. Like he'll growing up, like he would talk to me very stern and make it clear that he's not playing. But I'm his only daughter, so he's never beat me or anything. I was the only child for my dad for a really long time, so I was very spoiled by my dad. Which honestly, I think that's also a part of why I test my mom so much, because I was so spoiled by my dad, and I felt like growing up, I felt like I got away with so much with my dad. So for me, it's like, well, daddy made me do it, so why mommy not make me do it? Like, so a lot of it was that, and I've never explained that. I've never told my mom that. But for me, I think a lot of it was because I got away with it. To me, I got away with it with my dad and certain things, and he was very chill about a lot of things. And then on the other side, my mom was like, no, no. So I definitely tested her a lot in comparison. What was used? A belt. I think she's maybe like a ruler or a stick one time, but a belt. It is what it is. And I don't want anyone to think that, like, because a lot of people consider these things like abuse, which in a way. However, culturally, again, I'm from Jamaica. I grew up in Jamaica, born and raised in Jamaica. Culturally, it's just the thing to do. Like, it is what it is. You give trouble, you stand the consequence. You don't listen, you get beaten. Like, that's just what it is. That's culturally, that's what it is. Even when you're at school, growing up, basic school, primary school, for those of you who don't know, that's like kindergarten, pre-K into elementary. Even, elementary, maybe middle school. If you don't listen, if you don't do what your teacher tells you, you get a beating. Like, it just is what it is. That's cultural. So I don't want anybody to come for me. Don't come for my mama. Don't come for my mama now. But it's a cultural thing. And it just is part of the culture. I mean, things have changed over time, and I think things have definitely evolved over time. However, again, cultural thing. Was it always necessary? If you ask me, maybe not. Personally, I'm also, like, with knowing myself now, and knowing the kind of person that I am, and I've obviously come a long way in, like, my self-discovery and all those things. A lot of things for me, a conversation would have solved the problem. Ask me why I did it. Ask me, like, not in a forceful, not in a authoritative way, but ask me what's going through your head, what's going through your mind. Why did you think that was necessary? Why did you do that? Why did you have to do that? You know what I mean? Have a conversation with me. And I think now that is what I try to do with my son. I do have a 1-year-old, almost 2-year-old. That is what I try to do with him. I try not to go directly into no. Like, I said no, stop, whatever. I try to hey, like, what is going on? Why are you doing that? Da, da, da. And I mean, obviously, he's little, so he can't necessarily communicate his feelings back to me. But I'm trying to like set the tone so that when he gets to an age where he can communicate his feelings with me, that he feels safe enough to come and talk to me and say whatever, tell me whatever it is, without getting a beating or me flicking him or anything like that. So that is what I've been trying to do, and also that's what my husband tries to do. We try to be very communicative with him, and just even from this young age, we try to instill in him that it's okay to talk to us. It's okay to just, and to be honest, he's a little chatterbox. He's like a chatterbox. The ear, you see, when we ask him those questions, he's usually like, and he just goes off on a tangent. So that is what we're trying to do, because growing up, also for my husband, growing up, that is the culture that we know. You don't listen, you get in trouble, you know you're gonna get beaten. You know you're gonna get beaten. So that is the thing that we're trying to shift with having kids, having a family and all that. We're trying to shift that. However, do I think, like I said, do I think a lot of it was necessary? Not a lot of it, but some of it was definitely necessary. It was definitely warranted, some of it. Any regrets? I think, once again, my only regret would be, I just wish there was more conversation. Because to be honest, thinking back, obviously the stuff that the ones that I can remember vividly, thinking back, a lot of it, I just wish it was a conversation. Ask me. You know what I mean? Try to figure out why I'm doing certain things. Try to figure out where my mindset is at, where certain things are concerned. But I mean, I'm not the parent. I wasn't the parent at the time. I mean, me now as a parent on my of my own child, I do kind of see, and I can kind of understand why certain things are or were how they were. But I mean, I can't tell anybody how to parent. I can't tell my mom how to parent me. I was little. All I needed to do was listen and follow the rules. That's literally what it is. But, you live and you learn. How long did it last? Not long. From what I remember, not long. It's not like she was out to kill me or nothing like that. No. Not long. I don't know. It's not like something you sit in time or whatever. I don't know. Do you think it was beneficial? I mean, in some instance, I do think it was beneficial, because even though I was very trying for my mom, and even though I think a lot of it, to be honest, there's certain things and certain company, like as in like friends and stuff, that in hindsight, those kind of curved me from, because now thinking back, like wanting to, like, when school's over, you want to like follow certain friends because those friends are the ones that get to go to parties, and they're the ones that get to do certain things. And those, sometimes, like growing up, those are the company that you quote unquote would want to be around, or the ones that get to like wear certain clothes, and they get to go to the mall on the weekend, and they get to like well, in Jamaica, they get to go downtown on Saturday and just hang out and do those things, and they get to go to the beach on the weekend and without their parents, obviously. And in hindsight, following those people and maybe potentially and getting a beating for not listening or for following those people that my mom said not to, man, life be lifing, okay? Because a lot of those people aren't, like, now looking back, those, no, those weren't people that I would align myself with now. And obviously, not to judge anybody or anything like that. Everybody's upbringing is different. But I'm grateful for my mom for kind of curving those habits, kind of curving me a certain way to not follow those companies per se. And just, yeah. So, do I think it was beneficial in a lot of sense? Yeah. Yeah. I deserved it a lot of times too. So, yeah. Um, and I mean, I answered this one already. Is this something that I would do with my own kids? I don't necessarily plan on beating or flogging or whatever words you want to use. I don't necessarily plan on doing that with any of my kids. However, if you don't listen, then we'll just have to figure it out. We'll just have to figure it out. If it's a flake, if it's timeout, if it's, whatever it is that, because I also believe in not sparing the rod in order to spoil the child. Like, I will not be doing that. I will not be walking around with a child that is spoiled, entitled, or anything like that. That will not be my life, okay? That's what we're not gonna do. That's what we're not gonna do. I don't necessarily think beating is the answer for every situation, but definitely we not spoiling no kids over here, is what I'm saying. We not doing that. So yeah. But that's it. That's what I have for now. Comment down below and tell me, what was your experience? Who was the one beating you? And you know what? Let me point out, I also realize in our culture, being from Jamaica, a lot of times the mom is the one who does the beating for like the girls, and the dad is the one that does the beating for the boys. Now, I don't know if that's just, I don't know. But from my experience and from my remembering things and like even like friends and stuff, thinking back, that's how it was. Like, the mom just, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that girls tend to cling more to their dads and boys tend to cling more to their moms, why it's like that. So it's like the opposite parent. I'm not sure. If you guys know the answer to that, then let me know down in the comments. I'm not sure, but culturally, I think that's how it's been. Where the mom's the one that does the beating for the girl and the dad's the one that does the beating for the boys. I don't know. But if y'all know, again, comment down below. Let me know. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Again, it's free. Help your girl out. Hit the post notification bell. Comment. Like the video, please. Once you start watching it, just hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And just let me know. Just let me know in the comments what's your thought on it. Have you ever been in the situation, especially if you're from the Caribbean? You ever get beaten yet? Huh? You ever get beaten yet? Huh? Okay. Okay. And if you ain't never get beaten before, tell me what you do. How you do that? But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for visiting my channel. I'm getting it slowly but surely. I'm working on the editing. I'm working, I'm a working girl, okay? I'm a working mother. So I'm just doing my best. I don't have a specific schedule yet for when I'll be posting, but I'm just gonna be trying to post as often as possible. I do have some videos lined up, so just be sure to be on the lookout for my videos. Once again, just turn on that post notification so that when I do upload, you'll get the notification that the video is there. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It's your girl Rashika, or Ro, or Mrs. Kelly. So yeah, thanks again for watching. See you guys later.